All right, guys. Hi, it's Patrick from WP Builder Helper, and in today's episode, we're talking Webflow. People have been asking for it. I've never used it. I understand that a lot of bloggers really love it. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, so here we are inside of Webflow. If you've never heard of Webflow, it's basically a modern way to build websites. We're going to see exactly what that means because, like I said, I've never used Webflow, but I know that there are a lot of people who are out there that use Webflow. So I wanted to make sure we covered this because people are always asking, hey, why haven't you checked out Webflow? What's going on with it? So I wanted to go over it. It's essentially like a first view for me and what my thoughts are. I do see that it's, I've heard it's very, very lean. So that's one of the pluses on it. It's got a CMS and e-commerce, another plus. It's got interactions and stuff like that. I'm expecting something similar to, like in my mind, the web version of Dreamweaver is what I'm thinking of. I don't know if that's what this is. It's probably better than that, but I'm thinking the web version of Dreamweaver. I would really like Dreamweaver to come back. That was a great tool back in the day for designing websites. It was just so much fun to use. I never had any issues with it, and I learned the insides and outsides of it. So it looks like, the website right off the bat is it's interesting. I wish that there were more. I want to know more about it, but I'm not going to spend much time. We're going to jump inside. I just want to know what their content management system is. It kind of looks similar to that of Bricks or Oxygen or something along those lines. So I understand why people are, and I guess you get this tag if you build a website with it that, whatever, like it's a free tag essentially. So essentially this is like a modern day like GeoCities or Angel Fire or something like that, but instead it's actually like it works better. Editors. So the editor's similar to what we have. Give client access, client strategies. It looks like it's got stuff. All right, let's stop wasting time. Let's just jump right in. So this is what you're going to see as soon as you jump in. We'll give you a quick 2-minute tutorial. Let's look through it and see. So you've got sections, containers, grids, and columns. Those are all very good. So you could just drag it to the website. So in this case, we can just drag it. Kind of reminds me of the WordPress, that older builder with the way these looks of these containers. Give the container a height. All right, so let's give the container a height. Okay, so set the height to 400. So it's literally like a tutorial walking you through it. Cool. Add elements. So we can add a heading. Can we just click the heading? Oh, you can click the heading. That's nice. Add a button. We want to add a button because I don't like dragging if I don't have to. Sometimes clicking is just as useful. Stacked vertically to change this display can change. Okay, so we're going to look at the container, and obviously they've got flex layout. Select flex. Okay, so that puts it right by it, and then you select vertical. Closer. Now let's center the alignment. Okay. Center justified. All right. So this is very much like Bricks. This reminds me a lot of Bricks. Bricks has got this nice little system. Applying styles and classes. Select the heading. Element off the canvas activates the style panel. Okay, so this is the style. So when you click something, it activates the style, and you can change the size like it's saying right here to 80. One of the things I'm really liking about this so far is there's no sliders. I find the sliders are a bit annoying to me. Like the sliders for sizes, because they tend to be very wonky and they're not my favorite. Select this button and let's make some style adjustments to see how styles of multiple buttons at once. So you've got a primary button. The classes are defined in the selector field. adjust the padding to 36 by just clicking the highlighted area. See, now I see something that's coming up here. See, these sliders, they can be, I mean, they're a godsend certain times, but certain times they're annoying. But I like the fact that they're giving you multiple options here. The UI so far is very, very good. When you edit styles, it applies to, yeah, we know that. Let's scroll up, select the button and add a class to it. Start typing primary button, so we can just type primary button. So that's the existing class, and that changes that. Classes let you work faster, manually avoid changing classes on every element. Yep. Responsive adjustments. So let's select your heading style, see how it looks in other breakpoints, choose the color. So we're going to type in F1B522. All right, so that's yellow. Select this. Style change made it base. So this is just basic stuff. It's just basically telling you the basic stuff. So now you would select pixels, which, by the way, that's not the most effective way. I think EM is the most effective way. There's some other styling guides that you could use rather than pixels and having to take and adjust pixels at every single time. So now they style down, check the desktop. All right. Style up and down from the desktop. All basic stuff. Now you can preview your site so you can see what it looks like. Preview breakpoints, preview responsiveness. That's nice. Very similar to being inside of Google or something else. That's nice. It's cool. It's nice the way they do it. Okay, and then you can hit finish and publish, and that's it. So you create a new project, and that's what we're going to do. Let's create a new project. Let's use a blank site, and let's call it a test site. And let's create this site, and let's see. I like the loading animation. It kind of, rather than the circle or something else. So right now, this is just a body, so you can see we've got the body, so that's just the body container. I do like that when you click on that, it gives you all the defaults of the body so that you can set defaults, kind of like you would in normal stuff. Let's look at the Elements tab. We know we've got, the container section because they brought us through. It's got div blocks, list, listing block, button, headings, paragraphs, links, linking text block, collections. What is a collection button? A collection allows you to display content from the CMS you create. Oh, okay, cool. So it's like a CMS button. It's like if you wanted to have pods or something else in your pages. Images, video, YouTube, Lottie, a form block, file upload, labels. That's neat. Recaptcha. Background video and all of that. All right, so we've got some background videos, the components. So quite a short component list. It does cover a lot of stuff, but quite a short component list. I'm interested in what it's nice that it's got these layout sections so you can set up sticky navigation. Well, wait. Pre-built layouts. Why is sticky navigation a pre-built layout? Why is a hero a I guess main content section, card section, subscribe form, footer, contact form, gallery. Okay, let's keep going. So symbols will let you reuse content in your, that's neat. Symbols is very much from the Illustrator portion of stuff. If you're a big Illustrator fan or a Photoshop fan, they've for a long time had symbols that you could basically reuse throughout your design. So it's nice to have something like that that you could just add. You've got a navigator here similar to Oxygen, which is nice. You've got your pages here, which it looks like you've got home, password, and 404. You can create pages. You can create e-commerce pages. You've got your CMS here, which allows you to basically go through and do a CMS. This is your store page, which we're not going to enable right now. And then we're going to look at our assets. So this is the stuff that you upload, which is nice. You've got your settings here, backups. That's nice. The project is on starter plan. And then what do we have here? Audits. Audits check the page for opportunity, improve your performance. Nice. No issues. Missing alt text. So this is like built in, almost like an SEO type thing where it goes in and checks your page to see if there's anything that's really weird going on with it. It's got a find anything tab. That's nice. So this is similar to Elementor. This is similar to Elementor's Finder in the sense that you can check anything throughout Webflow. And then obviously down here, it's got some video tutorials, which will walk you through how to use it. Looks very short and to the point. It doesn't look like it has a lot of bloat in it. And then there's a help tab, reset the walkthrough, CSS preview, keyboard shortcuts, feedback, help and feedback. I can't talk. And then over here, we've got undo, redo. We've obviously got screen size, export code. Oh, wow. So you can export the code? That's neat. Huh. That's kind of cool. So if you didn't want, wait, what? So if you don't want to host with them, you could just build it with Webflow and then export it? I didn't actually realize that was an option. I mean, granted, you have to have an upgraded plan, but I didn't even realize that. I had no idea that that's how it worked. Interesting. So let's see what else we got. We know that this is the preview pane. Here's custom attributes here. Here's the style manager. And then finally, interactions. So element trigger, page trigger, stuff like that. So that's cool. Okay. So let's get out of all of this. Let's start building some layouts. There's no header on here. All I see is just regular sticky nav. If I want to use just generic crap, are there any examples of, are there any like default settings that you could go in and pick and like let me look at a page, or does that not? There's editor. It doesn't look like that even exists. That's weird. So I guess this is a sticky navigation, and I'm kind of interested in seeing what else is here. Like that's what I want, a quick layout so that I can go through it and basically start looking at what we have, like what's part of this layout. I want to see how they do it. Flex containers, footer links. It's a div. Not real happy with the way it switches so fast. It's got a fast animation for switching. The good thing is I like the fact that they don't put anything up into the corners so that you run into that issue, or at least it looks like you don't run into that issue that you do with so many other builders where they put crap in the corners and then you can never grab it. Like it looks like everything's accessible from here. There is a little button here, but it doesn't look like you ever have to click on that to get to the footer portion or anything else for that matter. Looks like everything's set down below. What is this? That's edit grid. Oh, wow. So it's on auto, so you can go in and actually edit the grid. What is interesting? Auto fit. Interesting. It's interesting that it allows you to go in and edit these specific elements. Like that's something that's unique. I haven't seen that from another page builder. And oh, and look at that. I just screwed it up because I actually just made it too small. But that's all right. The whole point of this is to kind of play with it and get feedback, because I know people want feedback with this. So far, this has a lot. I'm kind of curious. One of the things that I didn't see is what are their plans? Like what's a plan for, like when they say you have to have a plan, what's an upgraded plan? I'm curious as to what their upgraded plans are. So the free starter is 2 projects, client building, free staging, no code export, white labeling, no site password protection, no team dashboard, 10 projects, $35 a month, unlimited projects. So if you're doing $35 a month, I'm bad with math. I was never great with math. How much is that per year? $420. Okay. $420. Well, for unlimited projects, well, wow. I mean, this is already better than Elementor by far because that's relatively cheap. If we go to calculator again, because once again, I'm lazy, and we go here, that's only $200 for this, give or take. And that gives you 10 projects. If you can't hit $200 with 10 projects, I mean, granted, you could be doing that on your own, but still, I mean, one project, and you could pay for that in Essential, and then you could bill monthly, which is pretty nice. This is pretty cool. Site password protection, no team dashboard. So I guess if you wanted to take, and if you were building monthly instead of annually, you'd pay more money. All plans come with client billing. Charge your client for billing instead of paying out of pocket. Charge any amount and make a profit. Nice. This is very nice. 3D transforms, change SKU, that's normal. Backup and visioning, that's normal for most web hosting. Interactions and animations, that's nice. Global switches, that's nice. Responsive images, also nice, but very normal. 100%, 100 plus responsive templates. Where are the templates? I'm confused. When you go inside of this plan, where the hell are the templates? Where do you add them? Where do you go? I guess I should go back to my dashboard. Where do you go for this? Like, there's nothing here. Where the hell do you find the templates? Maybe I should have researched that so that I would have known that. But I mean, once again, this is a first impression. So it's just basically me looking at trying to figure out. I guess I could search it. Let's see if you can search templates. Nope. Can't search templates. Okay. That's kind of crappy. Maybe it's under the publish. So right now it gives you that, which is a basic domain. Then you can do custom domain. It's got SSL, Minify. Okay, so it's got some built-in stuff. Publish to selected domains. So you can enter in a custom domain. Click here to add a custom domain. So you could do custom domains. Whoa, here's where they get you. So $15 monthly for a custom domain? What? Wait, what? Seriously? What? Wait, so that's just hosting? Oh, things have gotten infinitely worse. I hope that that's just because it's free. I hope that a custom domain is included on there. It doesn't look like it is. That's crazy. $144 a month for something that literally costs you $10 for a custom domain. That's crazy. Once the site will set up via your new. Wait, 301 redirects. You have to have a site plan also. What? Oh my God. This is where it starts to get ugly, folks. You start to look in deeper into the way that this integrates with things, and you start noticing things similar to what you would with WordPress that you would have to pay for, but at least you can control the pricing. You can't control the pricing here. you're basically locked into whatever SSL certificate. If you upload your own, then you could do that. But oh boy, they add, so 301 redirects actually cost you money. This is weird. I don't understand. Is this just a site plan because you have to have a basic site plan, or let me go back. So is this? No, this is this. Connect your domain. Okay. No. Okay, I take back what I said. I'm an idiot. Obviously, you have to have a site plan, and this is what they're saying. But I'm confused. You pay for a site plan on top of their normal plans? Jesus. So you're not just billed like... Wow. Well, that makes everything a little bit more expensive, because you're not just billed for building the pages. You pay for the ability to use the builder, and then you also pay for a site plan per each and every site. Wow, that can add up really, really quick. So this went from being really affordable to, now I take that back. This is not affordable at all. The fact that they're charging you for just building crap is a little bit weird. And then they charge you on top of that a site plan is just not cool. That's interesting. Let's go back to this. Let's keep playing with this. I wanted to actually play with this and see what I felt about it. So far, I'm going to tell you, I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I get it. It's cool. It's flashy. It's got some unique things about it that people probably love or hate. I mean, I get it. That's cool. It's got a decent. Let's see what the up arrows do. Okay, so the up arrows, you can make stuff bigger using the up arrows. It's got a decent UI. It's got something decent. Would I prefer this probably over something like Wix or Squarespace or something like that? Probably, but at the same time, some of those other builders, they don't do a terrible job. They're not fantastic, but they're not bad either. The only one that I really don't like, my whole problem with all of these builders is that they just lock you in. Like if someone came out with like a cross between like this, which would let me use it for free, but then let me like basically do my own hosting where I wouldn't have to use their crappy host, that would be awesome. Like that would be next level. That would be something that I think could compete against WordPress. That's one of the beautiful things about WordPress, is that it just allows you to go in and just do whatever you want to do the way that you want to do it. You don't have to take and follow any instructions. And I get that a lot of that comes with some negative drawbacks, because if you don't understand those things, then it can turn into a bigger issue, because you're fumbling around and trying to figure out exactly how something works. But for the most part, it's just interesting the way that this works. That's the only way that I could put it. It's interesting. It's not bad. It's interesting. First thoughts and impressions is, obviously I know there's people who are working with this and they probably love it. And there's parts about this that I see that I think I like, that I'm interested in. There's other parts about this that just don't interest me at all. And being locked into something like that is just not something that's ever going to interest me. I'm not going to pay $99 a year to host a couple of websites, or $99 a month to host a couple of websites, when I could do that on WordPress relatively cheap. And you can buy lifetime licenses to things like that. It's just weird that that they're choosing to do something, that people choose this over that. But I get it. When you're used to something, you're going to pick something else. You're going to pick whatever makes you comfortable. And I get it. I totally get it. But I still think that if I'm looking at Oxygen over this, I don't know. I think I would prefer Oxygen, even with its slower, slower editor. I think I gotta prefer Oxygen over this. Even Bricks is better than this. And it doesn't even have everything, and it's better than this. There's just something about this that's off-putting. I don't know how to put it. It's weird. It's a different thing. I guess everybody has their opinions of what you would like compared to someone else. But for me, it's just strange. It's just, I've got this picture of Tony Robbins that I want to use for this. It's just strange. It just doesn't feel good to me. I mean, I know it probably makes a beautiful website. I have no doubt that when you export the code probably looks immaculate because of the way they're setting it up. I mean, it looks like somebody that just coded it. Wait, what is this? So it's using Cloudflare for placeholders? That's interesting. I mean, the CSS looks good. The underlying JS looks good. And then you've got some assets and stuff like that. It's cool. It's cool. It's got potential. I just wouldn't, for me, it's a no. I'm not interested in Webflow. After looking at this, I gotta say, it's just not for me. I'm curious as to what you guys think about it. This is only like a quick review, so I don't want to make it last that long. But in essence, this is not for me. Not right now. Hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time.